technology hubs, a space where innovation and agriculture come together. Over $800 million to upgrade the St. Thomas abattoir, ensuring our livestock producers have facilities they need. $1 million for We Grow Food, Inc. to improve water infrastructure for the Bordeaux agriculture community. Over $500,000 to the Cattell Fish Market in Frenchtown and St. Thomas. And $1 million for the St. Croix Farmers in Action to rehabilitate critical cisterns in the Bethlehem Sugar Factory. And of course, the $1.3 million to the Nature Conservancy to revitalize the Frederiksted Fish Market. All of these are critical investments to expand food production, capacity, modernize critical infrastructure, and ensure the Virgin Islands agricultural community has the necessary tools and support that they need. I served for 6 years on the Agriculture Committee. Now I'm on the Budget Committee, which determines funding levels for agriculture programs. But what has been my joy has to be bringing experts down through farm tours over the years, individuals from different organizations, farmers, cooperatives, other universities, other experts to talk firsthand and see what our farmers are doing, not only in outdoor fields, but even in aquaponics, in greenhouses that they're growing food. And what has been even more of a sense of pride for me was to bringing our Virgin Island farmers to speak as experts at hearings, from Summer Sibley Brown to Shelley Bryn, Nate Olive, and of course, Dale Edwards, talking about innovation, technology, resilience in farming. They are what make farming works. Agricultural Fair reminds us of what's possible when we come together. Here, experienced farmers mentor the next generation. Here, those new technologies are demonstrated along time-tested methods. I'm also reminded that we have come so far. I recall that my father, who was born in 1932, would talk to me about weekends and summers farming for other people, working his weekends and his after school and summer in Castle Coakley, cutting sugarcane for other individuals, not for his own production and use. And while we know that we are using technology for our own revenues, it is so good that we are now having our farmers produce for us, produce for our benefit, produce for Native Virgin Islanders, for the people who live here's benefit, not for any outside power or any outside group's revenues. That is progress. That is something we should be so proud of, that in just one lifetime, we have changed the trajectory of who we are as a people and who we work for. We work for ourselves, not for anybody else. So I want to thank the commitment of this community, thank our Department of Agriculture, thank our farmers, our livestock owners, our innovators, our technology, people who are bringing that all together so that the Virgin Islands is self-sufficient, self-sustaining, and prosperous. Thank you all, and happy Agricultural Food Fair and Food Fest.
Thank you, Delegate to Congress. And at this time, I call on the Honorable Milton E. Potter, the President of the 36th Legislature of the U.S. Virgin Islands, to the podium.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Ms. Jeremiah. I want to say that you were very generous with the Secretary General, who came all the way from Barbados, who begged for an additional 3 minutes. I flew all the way from St. Thomas. I only asked him for 1 extra minute, just one. Honorable Governor Albert Bryant Jr., Honorable Lieutenant Governor Tregenza Roach, my honorable colleagues in the 36th Legislature, and we have with us today Vice President Kenneth Gittins, Secretary Avery Lewis, Senator Novell Francis, Senator Angel Bolquez, Senator Franklin Johnson, Senator Carla Joseph, Senator Hubert Frederick, Senator Marvin Blyden. I think we have just enough for a quorum today, right now. Well, good morning, St. Croix. And good morning to the entire U.S. Virgin Islands. Good morning to all. Good morning, Dr. Peterson, and special guests, distinguished guests. Our friends from across the Caribbean who've made a journey to be with us today. This is really the biggest and most important fair of its kind in this region that deserves a round of applause. You know, there's something beautifully fitting about opening Agrifest on Valentine's Day. Because if there's anything we love in these islands, it's our land, it's our food, and the farmers who've been feeding our souls for generations. 54 years. For 54 years, this fair has been a testament to something our ancestors always knew, that you can't build a future if you forget how to feed yourself. And today, as we celebrate agriculture and technology, an ideal mix in 2026, we're seeing something very powerful. We're not choosing between the old ways and the new, we're marrying them. I see young people here today who can program a drone and handpick a mango with equal skill. I see farmers who know the phases of the moon and how to read soil moisture sensors. That's not a contradiction. That's our future. That's how small regions like ours can do very, very big things. Dr. Peterson said it perfectly. Technology isn't here to replace farming. It's here to make sure our children and grandchildren see farming as the innovative, essential, cool work that it is. Because let me tell you, nothing is cooler than food sovereignty. Nothing is more cutting edge than knowing exactly where your dinner came from. Nothing is more powerful than a community that can feed itself. So, as you walk through these exhibits today, taste the kalaloo, watch the mokojumbis, and cheer for the Farmer of the Year, dance to Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights, remember this: every seed planted is an act of resistance against dependency. Every young person who chooses agriculture is choosing freedom. And every innovation that makes farming more productive is a love letter to the generations who worked this land before GPS ever existed. Welcome home, everyone. Welcome to Agrifest 2026. Let's celebrate what we grow, who we are, and where we are going together. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Senate President. Before we do some presentations, I want to acknowledge our sponsors. At the top of the pyramid are our presenting sponsors: the Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture, the University of the Virgin Islands School of Agriculture, and the Virgin Islands Lottery. Our platinum sponsor is the Virgin Islands Department of Tourism. Our corporate sponsor, the Virgin Islands Division of Personnel and One Communication. Our patron sponsors are the Casino Control Commission, VI Economic Development Authority, and the Virgin Islands Department of Labor. Our bronze sponsors are AARP, Seventh-day Adventist Church, and the Vibe radio station. Our friends of the fair are the Pan American Grain Company and Home Depot. And I'd like to put all our sponsors on notice. Next year is our 55th anniversary. So at the close, after the closing of this fair, you'll be hearing from me asking for larger donations. We'll now start with our presentations. The Honorable Louis Peterson, our Commissioner, will present the first one, the naming of the fairgrounds.
Good day once again. It's my distinct honor and privilege to present the person after whom we have named our fairgrounds this year. Mr. Kwame N. Garcia Sr. is a longtime friend and colleague of mine. We spent many years working together at the University of the Virgin Islands Cooperative Extension Service, where he was the state director for many, many years. He's a lifelong educator, a public servant, and an agricultural advocate whose career has been deeply intertwined with the growth of UVI agriculture across the territory. A proud graduate of the College of the Virgin Islands, Mr. Garcia went on to earn his Bachelor of Science degree from New York University and an MBA from the University of Massachusetts, Amherst. His academic foundation in mathematics, finance, business, and education positioned him for a career defined by leadership, service, and institutional building at a time when higher education and agricultural extension services were still taking root in our territory. The Department of Agriculture, as you know by now, and the UVI School of Agriculture, at that time specifically the Cooperative Extension Service, were joint partners in managing and preparing Agrifest. This connection between the two continued to grow and even be enhanced under the leadership of Mr. Garcia. For many years, while working at the university, Mr. Garcia served on the Agrifest Board of Directors and was additionally responsible for the off-island exhibit component of the Ag Fair. For over 38 years of service, Mr. Garcia, in many roles, including business and mathematics instructor, extension program leader, extension associate director, and ultimately the state director of the Cooperative Extension Service. And during these years, he expanded many programs at UVI, including the Family and Consumer Sciences program. So, for now retired, Mr. Garcia, Kwame N. Garcia Sr., remains active, but also remains a respected and enduring figure whose legacy continues to shape agriculture, education, and community life here in the Virgin Islands. Making this recognition especially fitting that the grounds of Agrifest 2026 should bear no other name than that of Mr. Kwame N. Garcia Sr. And with that, I would like to call for his recognition my friend, my colleague, Mr. Kwame N. Garcia Sr.
Good afternoon. Yes. On behalf of myself and the family, and I'd like to express my sincere thanks to the Board of Directors for placing this honor upon me. I am truly grateful to be here and to see so many of my friends and my colleagues at the university and at the Department of Agriculture still here. We have worked so diligently together for the past 38 years to put this together. But receiving an honor, you know, it's just me alone deserve this. I think I have to thank all the many people who have supported me over the years, and especially my wife who's here with us today, Miss Greta James Garcia. And my son, Kwame Garcia Sr., he's here. And, and my other kids, 5 of them, who are off island living in different states in America. So I want to thank everybody and all of the people who have been so supportive of me over the last 38 years when I was deeply involved in agriculture. Thank you so much.
Our Director of Livestock Exhibits will now do the next presentation for the Livestock Pavilion. Sue Lakos.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Agrifest. Welcome, everybody on stage. Protocol having been established, and I am terrible with names, so I just welcome you all. Okay, this year, Livestock Pavilion. This year's honoree for the Livestock Pavilion has been a very strong supporter of the fair for many years. Their work crews have been there constantly with their talents to help with the extensive setup and preparation that is required to make this event a success, and successful it is. The structure that houses our sheep and goat entries over on this side here, that was constructed using talented individuals from within the organization. Their livestock programs continue to raise quality animals that they exhibit every year. Most often, theirs is the first application received when they are made available and the first animals that actually arrive on the fairgrounds. One of the largest and most handsome and frequent visitors to the cattle exhibit is Bolo. You might be, especially if you watch police dramas on TV, B-O-L-O. So be on the lookout. However, he was unable to come this year because the facilities we have could not accommodate due to technical difficulties. So he's sad because he missed the fair, because he always looks forward to coming and meeting his people. The swine facility that they have is second to none, producing quality pigs that have few rivals. We have a wonderful pair of swine out here that are just the epitome of what you're looking for in raising pigs. So because of their strong support and work for the betterment of the agriculture fair, we are proud to present to you the John A. Bell Adult Correctional Facility Livestock Pavilion. Oh, there, okay.
Our next presentation, Diane Brown, the Director of Food Exhibits, the naming of the Food Pavilion.
Good morning. Protocol already established. Governor Bryan, Congress Plaskett, good morning. And Milton Potter, good morning. I'm so sorry. Good morning. This year honoree for the Food Pavilion is nobody greater than Miss Renita Johannes. Ms. Johannes has been part of the Food Pavilion for over 23 years, serving as an ambassador, serving her wonderful, well-known Vienna cake, pistachio cake, and much, much more in greetings, laughter, and just showing what true Crucian hospitality is all about. So it's with great honor, Ms. Johannes. I have known you from very small. I would like to congratulate you and your team for being a wonderful ambassador to our Food Agrifest community. Commissioner? Johannes. Come over here? Yes. Bring it over here. Over here for your picture. Governor? Thank you. You want to say a few words?
No.
Huh?
Thank you, everyone.
Sorry. You gonna do it now? Let me get them.
Unfortunately, we don't live forever. And there are those who played an important role with our agriculture fair and with agriculture in general that has passed on. And we'd like to do a brief recognition of them. First one is Miss Sylvia Ventura. She was born on St. Croix and was the second child of Carmen and Carlos Ventura Sr. She married the man she fell in love with, Gilberto Ventura Jr., with whom she had 2 sons and 2 daughters. While raising her children, Sylvia pursued hobbies that later became the foundation of her entrepreneurial identity. Cooking, one of her favorite dishes to prepare, was Puerto Rican pasteles made to order year-round. Elderly care, childhood care, floral arrangements, sewing, and her active participation as a vendor in events such as the Virgin Islands Agriculture and Food Fair, the Christmas Festival Village, and the Virgin Islands Puerto Rico Friendship Day celebrations. She even shared her wisdom and taught anyone willing to learn, serving as a food demonstrator, showcasing the art of preparing Puerto Rican dishes such as alcupuria and arroz con dulce, and teaching students in some of our local schools. Her genuine charisma and wholehearted care for everyone she encountered in her walk of life gained her many friends, not just on the island of St. Croix, but wherever she set her feet while traveling. A warm, kind, and beautiful soul is Sylvia Ventura. We extend our heartfelt condolences to the family of Sylvia Ventura. We honor her memory. Elston L. Brooks. I know the Fraco man, right? Elston Brooks' Fraco truck was a fixture along the walking path of Eastside Bridge for decades. Known for his outgoing personality and friendly greetings to one and all, Mr. Brooks served as the unofficial ambassador of VI Agrifest. Mr. Brooks formed meaningful connections and endured throughout his life. His unmistakable purple van became a symbol, serving up local favorite Fracos, tamarind, passion fruit, soursop, and peanut punch. His many bottles of colorful syrups captured the hearts of the community with warm exchanges and long lines of laughter. Whether serving up a Fraco to an adult grabbing a cool drink upon the arrival to stay hydrated while moving along the grounds to a young child who has begged a parent for one last treat upon leaving the fair. Mr. Brooks and his crew of helpers played a role in keeping our Fraco tradition alive. He will be missed. We extend our heartfelt condolences to his family to the family of Elston Brooks, and we honor his memory.
Hello everyone, I'm here to represent my brother Elston Brooks, and I hope to carry on in his footsteps. I'm selling Fraco right now, right over there, so I give thanks for everyone for coming. Thank you all. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Elston Brooks is X. We don't know him as Elston Brooks. We know him as X. Now you ring the bell, right?
Wait.
What's your name?
You got time on?
Yeah, we got time.
How about some? You can see me.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. All right.
Mintas, right? Ventura. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Nasicha Mintas. For 6 years, Miss Nasicha Mintas, owner of 340 all-in-one cultural truck, was a staple on the east side of the Mango Patch, just across from the bridge from the food pavilion. Children and adults, too, look forward to enjoying a cool, flavorful, and refreshing Fraco, among other delights. Upon arrival for an action-packed day of the fair, or upon shopping for the last refreshment as they exited the grounds, patrons at the event experienced Miss Minta's warm smile, which uplifted her spirits. Ms. Mintus was a devoted mother, daughter, sister, and friend of the community. She will always be remembered for her wonderful greetings, friendly smile, and welcoming personality. She exemplified the strong character and served as an honorable ambassador of VI culture. We extend our heartfelt condolences to the family of Nasicha Mintas, and we honor her memory. Thank you. I now call on Jamal Rogers, Director of Crop Exhibits, to tell us who the farmers market was named after.
Good day, everyone. It is my pleasure to introduce the 54th Agriculture and Food Fair 2026 Farmers Market Honoree, who I may mention also sold at the first Ag Fair. I'm proud to introduce to you Mr. Dr. Arthur C. Peterson.
Thank you. One of the most important things we can do as adults is to expose and involve our youth in everything we do. Because as I mentioned earlier, we're not going to be here forever. We must pass it on. I'd like to ask Sarah Dow-Smith, the Director of Youth Exhibits, to come out and present an award. We have the school exhibits, the youth exhibits in the farmers market, and we always honor them with what they do, and we give out prizes. Sarah.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is afternoon now. I'm not so sure I should have said that, but we're supposed to be moving along, and all these 2-minute time limits. I'm going to try and do this in 2 minutes, but I also have to give credit to the young people. And as Willard has pointed out, inside the educational exhibit building, or educational exhibit hall, as we like to call it now, on that building, end of the farmers market, you will find there's about 25 or 28 educational exhibit booths that are really showcasing our theme, agriculture and technology, an ideal mix in 2026. And one of the things that I really am passionate about is that oftentimes we have a tendency to sell our young people short. You heard Dr. Peterson admonish us to pay it forward and make sure that we embrace our young people. And they really do need that support. They need those opportunities. They need those opportunities to aspire, because every time you present those opportunities, they will rise to the occasion. So if you haven't or if you don't do anything else this fair, even before you feed your belly, please go and spend some time in there. Take a look at those booths. Hopefully if the kids are there, you can hear them talk. Because one of the things I'm also aware of is many times you're going to see a static booth display. But that booth comes alive when those kids are standing in front of you and explaining what they learned in the process of developing that booth. So without further ado, I am going to really take this opportunity. We're going to recognize a couple of groups, and then we're going to announce our reserve and grand champion sweepstakes winner. First of all, I would like to commend in the biggest way the St. Croix Career and Technical Education Center. They have every program that's currently existing in their facility over across the way, over by the educational complex, represented in there. They've done a masterful job. Please give them a round of applause. Are there any CTEC students or instructors or anybody here today? They did an amazing job. Secondly, I'd like to recognize and really give kudos to two, I really say newcomers. They maybe have been there a few years back, but it's been a while. And certainly one newcomer for sure. But the first newcomer or welcome back from a long hiatus away is the St. Joseph Catholic High School. So students from St. Joseph, if you're here, stand up. Go talk to them about all of your micronutrients and anything that you need to grow your plants either hydroponically or aquaponically. They developed a whole exhibit in there around that. They built in the science, and credit to Mr. Kirk Lewis, who has been a long-time public education agriculture instructor, and he's now teaching math and science, but incorporating agriculture, so he's full steam ahead at St. Joseph's High School. So thank you, Mr. Lewis, and the students from St. Joe's. Also, new to our mix in here, brand new, and again, it's a really exciting, they have a wonderful exhibit. They've taken it from just a pure concept to actually a marketable product. Center for Educational Growth. They are an online school, so if anybody's here for the Center of Education for Educational Growth, please stand up. I know their coordinator was here earlier. No? Where are you in the back? Stand up, stand up. Go visit their booth. They're in booth 39 along the west wall. Please make a visit past there. Another booth that deserves recognition, and again, we have a lot of judges that come out. We have a total of 18 judges that work with us. That's pretty crazy, right? But one of the judges said, sometimes, somebody's got to get the big prize, right? But there's also several little acknowledgments that I think we need to do. And this is also from my heart, as well as one of our other judges' hearts, is kudos and recognition to Reinhold Rookie Jackson and the PAL and II Academy booth. I can't tell you how heartfelt that is. For those of you who know Rookie as we know him, I can't think of a person more dedicated to making sure that youth have an opportunity and a safe place to be. And that was clearly evident when those young people actually presented to the judges yesterday afternoon. They were truly involved, truly engaged, and we are going to be recognizing them, although we don't have any particular award today. They're getting the Sustainability and Future Award because those kids are able to they've got the life skills, the hands-on skills that they need to make it anywhere they go, whether there's technology or not. All right, because technology actually begins with the opportunity to work with your hands and figure out what you can do and then build on that from there. So kudos again. We'll have our formal awards program for all of our youth activities winners on Sunday, March 15th. So we'll be giving out those particular recognitions then. I also will reiterate Dr. Peterson's plea too, is that next year is our 55th anniversary. We will be building more and more quantity or quality youth engagement activities as we move along. So of course, if anybody wants to jump up and sponsor youth activities in particular, We're there to help you make that happen. Now, without further ado, there are two groups that I want to actually stand up. I don't know whether they're represented, but the first group is the Seventh-day Adventist School. If there's anybody here from Seventh-day Adventist School, student or otherwise, somebody suggested that they get the Fair Stellar Participation Award because they come out and they come out big time. And they are our reserve grand sweepstakes winner this year. And that was not an easy decision for our judges. They worked hard. They did everything. They connected technology to culture, to what they're doing in school, and all those practical applications. But now I am hoping they're still here in the audience, and I'm going to ask them to come forward. I don't know whether, do we want them to come up on stage? We'll have them down front, so we don't have to worry about that. But please, the team from Eulalie R. Rivera School, the Eulalie R. Rivera Rams, as a matter of fact, under the leadership of Loretta Moorhead as the principal, and Roseanne Lafond and her team, please come on up. Give these young people a round of applause. Seriously, 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 seriously. And if you get a chance, I hope they'll go back over by the educational booth as we go through with the governor's entourage so that you can hear them talk. They have technology applications bar none. They've got apps that they developed that actually work. They'll school you through that whole process. Other booths over there have QR codes that lead you to technology applications or technology tools that can make your life easier as a farmer. And they are speaking from the agricultural standpoint. So once again, give them a huge round of applause. They earned this. I tell you, the judges had a very, very difficult time, but in the final analysis, they said this team was it. So again, we'll step down, present that award for them, and thank you so much. Okay, hold on. Wait. Come right back. You're not done. You got to get out the pictures. Oh, they said come on up on stage, you guys. Come up very carefully up the steps here. Go around. Clap them up. Clap them up. Yep. Give them a round of applause again. Check out their t-shirts. If you want t-shirts printed, you know where the business is, right? I told them I want one, and I'm still waiting. Miss Moorhead. Thank you. Thank you, Eulalie R. Rivera Rams, our sweepstakes winner for the educational exhibits. Congratulations.
As we move right along, before we continue with our gift presentation, I'm going to call some beautiful young ladies on stage with us today. And we're going to start with Miss St. Croix, come forward, followed by Miss Junior St. Croix, and our festival princess and our festival duchess. Governor, could you please take a picture with them? And the commissioner and lieutenant governor, senate president, and delegate to Congress. I just want to make sure that we recognize them because they represented us very well, and I just want you to know who they are, just in case you missed their performance at the festival. Thank you very much. And they lovely. At this time, we'll have our gift presentations, and what we are going to present is a frame poster from this year's Agriculture and Food Fair, signed by the author. Our first presentation goes to none other than the Honorable Governor of the United States Virgin Islands. Our governor, please come forward, and I also invite the Miss Charterday of UVI to assist with that presentation. Next, we will have the Honorable Chigenza A. Roach, our Lieutenant Governor, to come forward. I see that he brought his cheering squad with him today. Next, we'll call on our delegate to Congress, on the Honorable Stacey Plaskett. I now call on the Commissioner of Agriculture, Dr. Peterson, come forward. Next, we'll have the Commissioner of Tourism, the Honorable Jennifer Materangas King. I now call on our president, the president of the University of the Virgin Islands, Dr. Sapphire George. Then we'll now call on our Senate President, the Honorable Milton Potter. Then we'll call on the Executive Director for the VI Lottery, Raymond Williams. And last but certainly not least, the author of the poster that you see today, Dr. Danica David. Thank you so much. At this time, we'll call on Jamal Rogers, the Director of Crop Exhibit, to present to us the Farmer of the Year.
Good morning again. Ms. Clarita Mantut is a dedicated farmer and passionate advocate for local agriculture. She was born and raised on a beautiful island of St. Lucia, growing up in a family of avid farmers. She learned the value of eating what you grow and developed a love for working the land from a young age. She joined her mother in farming and managing farmland in Vita's Community Gardens, where she realized that farming was her true calling. Now I present to you the 2026 Crop Farmer of the Year, Ms. Clarita Mantut.
Thank you very much for this award. It's very appreciated. Thanks again.
We are indeed nearing the shore. At this time, I invite the Honorable Chugenze A. Roach, our Lieutenant Governor, to the podium.
Thank you. Thank you, the Mistress of Ceremony. I want to say a pleasant good afternoon to our Governor, Albert Bryan, to the President of the Legislature and Senators Gittens, Lewis, Joseph, Francis, Frederick, Bolkers, Carla Joseph, and Frankie Johnson. Senator Blyden, my eldest colleague. I want to say a pleasant good afternoon to our delegate to Congress, Stacey Plaskett, to Dr. George of our university, to our Commission of Agriculture, to the members of the Cabinet, to all of our visitors, and to all of you wonderful ladies and gentlemen who've joined us this morning going into afternoon for the 54th anniversary of Agrifest. So I know that I am standing between you, well, the governor, but the roast pork and the conch and the pot fish and so forth. So I'm not even sure I will take 2 minutes. And I'm going to use my time for just a little audience engagement. So if you're going to pick a mango in the night, what's the first thing that you do? The first thing you do? Eat it? No. You have to wake up the tree. You go to the tree and you knock it on the trunk and you say, good night. I'm going to pick a mango. And Dr. Peterson, my classmate, talked about the 5 acres of avocados that we're going to plant. So you know that after you have eaten the avocado, then you have a role in agriculture too, right? Because you can now get your own tree. So if you take the seed, who knows what side you put down that touches the water? Which side goes down? The flat side. That's where the roots are going to come out, because the tree is not going to grow upside down. Now, if you're in folklore and you do crafts and you speak to the local people who do the hoop vines, they will tell you that you have to pick the hoop vine on the waning side of the moon. Otherwise, you're going to get like termites and so in the vines, and they will eat your basket. My point is, agriculture is not just what we plant and what we eat. Agriculture has also a role in our values and in the retentions of the African past, the folklore that we passed on, the medicines that we passed on. So that if you're going to make a bush tea, do you use an odd number of leaves or an even? Always got to be odd. In any medication, an odd number of leaves. Each of us is grateful to the farmers and to the people who we honor here today because they show us how to be good stewards of the land. And if you take care of the land, it will take care of you. But we can't leave it up to them because every single one of us has a role to play in agriculture. If you buy a lemon tree and you plant it, and then you make a lemon with rum and honey for your neighbor when he or she is ill, all of us has a role. If we do the green gage and we make jam, or if we take the guava and we make jam, these value-added products that extend the life of our agricultural products are also very important. So while we honor these people today and we celebrate them, the memory of those who have passed on, it is essential that we also acknowledge our role, that each and every single one of us has a role to play, even if it is just supporting a farmer or planting a tree for some person in the future to gather fruits and to grow well from the work of your hands. So God bless each and every one of the people we honor today. God bless each and every one of you who has turned out in support. God bless our beautiful home, the beloved Virgin Islands. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and help me welcome the Governor of the Virgin Islands of the United States, the Honorable Albert Bryan, Jr.
Good afternoon. Please be seated. Good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor Tregenza Roach, Senate President Milton Potter, Delegate to Congress, Apostle, other senators, cabinet members, Good afternoon, Rosie, Commissioner Peterson, Dr. George. Good afternoon to Ms. Prosper, and welcome to the U.S. Virgin Islands. You know, lately